Hello, this is Tony from Australia. Today is totally different situation with me. No cooking. I'm not talking about cleaning, cooking, loneliness, hopelessness, or sadness. I'm talking about certain woman. Not one. If it was one, I wouldn't do it. And I mean, I would, but I wouldn't be pushed to do it. I have certain women. I don't know why they ask me. I have no idea. I'm nobody. I'm just a normal person. And they say to me, "Do you mind if I ask you a question, Tony, please?" I said, "As long as you don't insult me, you can ask me what you want." So they ask. I will not reveal any name because that will be disgusting to do. A certain woman come and say, "What should I do, Tony?" And you know something, because I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not highly educated either. But I think I can use my sense and my knowledge. When a man touch once a woman, once, it doesn't hesitate him to do it again. Because that man who touched a woman, smack her, bash her up, kick her, you name it, the second time it comes much easier. And I'm a man, and I talk to a lot of men, and I know a lot of men. I know good people, bad people, and very bad people, and people with venom. And they never change. They will never, ever change. Never. The man, when he comes into his need, he's a sweet, very sweet person. Very sweet. When he comes into his need. When he wants to use you, he wants to come a very sweet person. When he come in need of you, he become a very sweet person. And a woman, because a lot of women are as strong, maybe not a man, but very close, are as tough as so many men. But a woman's heart is much softer than a man, much softer. First of all, they love their children more than the father, much more than the father, 100%. Doesn't matter how much I love my children, but my wife loved my children more than me. And the first time he'll touch you, smack you, hit you, spit on you, there's a lot of men do these things, they're evils. And you cry and you go and hide yourself in a corner. And you start to think, what am I gonna do? Why did he bash me up? I'm a good woman. I cook for him, I clean for him, I wait for him, I make him coffee. And then later on, when the man comes down, 99.9%, he comes and sweet talk. I never do it again. Never do it again. When you have a man, you find out that he's got another woman. So you start yelling at him and call him names. And he promises you he'll never do it again. one mistake, you can forgive him. I don't say you don't forgive him, because everybody can make mistakes, even women. Makes no difference. But when a man start hitting you, you should never, ever give him a second chance, ever. When you are brainwashed, okay, when you are brainwashed, you forgive. If you got a soft heart, if you come from a religion that parents, they don't allow you to divorce him, to separate him in them days, in the olden days, but now you can. And in all sense, please, when a man hits you, why do you give him another chance? Why? Can't you find a decent man? Can't you live alone? Can't you use a man when you need him? And goodbye? Because you gotta tell the truth. If you don't say things the truth, it's no use preach. And I feel sorry for this woman, and at the same time, I don't. Because if a man hits you, you should never, ever give him another chance. Ever. If a man argue, he can argue 10,000 times. That's nothing. That's all the words from mouth. But when he leave this, you're sure making a mistake. And if you don't realize straight away, you will be the one who suffer. When a man hit a woman, that man is a coward. That man is useless. That man is satisfying his ego. That man, he can say, if I hit a man, he hit me back. But most of the time, women do not hit back. Most of the time, they go and cry in the corner. Most of the time, they don't even tell their parents until it's too late. And I know people. I know. If I didn't know people who did happen to them and kept their mouth shut because they were too disgusting, they were too embarrassed, they were too weak, and they couldn't bring the strength in their body. But don't let your heart walk you. Let your mind walk you. Let your heart walk you to the one you love, not to the one you are scared of. Don't to the one that you, every time he comes home, you don't know what he's going to do. Because I'm telling you now, whether you want to take my words or not, that's up to you. Because these 3-4 women, they ask my advice, and I say it again, I don't know why, I'm nobody, just a human, but I use here. And for you to be terrified every time you see this man, or every time you do something wrong, he's gonna flip. He's gonna call you stupid, useless, okay? Good for nothing. But when he wants to use you, all them work, he suck them back. He come home, sometimes with a bit of bouquet of flowers to make your eyes see the stars. I'm sorry, darling. I should never done that. Never. I don't know what came over me. And the woman, the good woman, bad woman, they don't melt easy. Good woman, it will melt. Are you sure you don't do that again? Not gonna name no names. I'm sure, sweetheart. No way, let's go and have a shower and go to bed. And you think everything is fixed. until something you do wrong. So don't make things with your heart. Think 100 times and decide once. You know, when you have a bad apple, okay, you can cut it to pieces, it's still bad. All right? And that bad apple, when it stays in the box with other apples, it will infect them. If you leave it there too long, it will infect them one by one. So a man is smart, clever, and macho. That's what we think we are. But we are not. Okay? But I'm telling you now, that's up to you to listen. These women that I'm talking to, it's up to you to listen. I am not perfect. I argue with my wife. I yell at my wife, of course. You think I'm going to deny that? And you think I'm not sorry? But being sorry is not good enough. But I never lay a finger on my wife. Never, ever I laid a finger on my wife. It's so easy to start. Remember that. So easy to start, but it's hard to give up. It's like when you start smoking, when you start drinking, when you start gambling. That's the same. You get addicted. And because you know that your wife, when you hit her, she gets scared and she goes into a corner and cry, doesn't kick you out, but I'll advise you one thing. Once you kick him out, don't take him back, because you make 2 mistakes, and the 2 mistakes can cost you very pain, a lot of pain. But it'll be too late. It's no use say, I should have, because when you said I should have, it's worthless. Do it once and don't do it again. And some men brainwash the woman, and they do. And they do. Okay? I am not perfect. I am just a human being. But I said to myself, why are they asking me, these women, 3 to 4 women? Why are they asking me? I'm nobody. Usually I say, go and see a psychologist, counselor. That's what they learn for, to teach you, to aware you. They make you aware. But unless you listen, it's no good to go anywhere. If you don't listen, stay suffer. And you will suffer 100%. Because when a man doesn't use you, he doesn't need you no more, he do not care what he does. He do not care. And when he brainwash you, you become like a lamb, a sheep. He is the shepherd, and you will be the sheep. Okay? That's all I can say. These women, I know some of them, they don't hear and they don't listen. Because they say, oh, I'm a person to forgive. I'm not saying you shouldn't forgive. It depends what you forgive. If you break your arm, should you forgive him? No. If he spit on your face, should you forgive him? No. An equal partner or equal marriage, they have to go together, not separate. And I don't know why a woman pick a man that she thinks she can love him, and then the result become very painful. So if he did it once, smack you once, don't let him do it again. And the only chance that you can do that is you push him away, you stay away, and not when he rings you and he cries, make out he cries, because we are very good actors, okay? I'm a man, I know. All right? But as I say again, I argue with my wife. I shouted at her many times, okay? But I never laid a finger. And our argument was minutes and gone. We never had grudges. Never went out and come back again to think what I'm gonna tell to my wife. No. So that's up to you, people. Ladies, please don't let men hit you. Don't give him a second chance. Don't. Because the mistake is on you. And it's too late to regret it. Once you grab a chance, take it. And I say it again and again. Don't think with your heart. Think with your mind. Okay? Think 100 times and decide once. Tony from Australia. I like to help people in any way I could. And I say it again, if you don't want to take my advice, I am not forcing anybody. But think about it before you decide that you don't want to hear what I said. Okay? I made mistakes. Why not? I'm human. Okay? I'm human. I'm smoking, one of them. That's the biggest mistake I did in my life. And I can't give up. Because I'm not using my brains. Okay? I am smoke brainwashed. Okay? So once you have a chance, if you can do it before it gets you, again and again, push that person away. You don't need him. Capable to work, if you want to work. Capable to stay in the house, if you want to stay in the house. That's up to you. But my best advice is don't make mistake twice. When you make it twice, it comes easier, much easier to make the 3 times and 4 times. Not because you said, I need him. Why would you need a man who smack you? Or hit you? Or spit in your face? Or push you away? Or only when he wants to use you is sweet? Why is that? You know, that's all I can say. I'm so sorry. You know, but I felt like, and I'm doing now, I do what I feel like to do. Okay? So I felt like to say something to this woman. Because a woman should never be with a man who bash her up. Never. Ever, ever. 1 mistake is too many. 2 mistakes is danger. 3 mistakes is lethal. Okay? So be careful what you do. Not from your heart, from your brains, from your head. And don't be stubborn. And don't say that I'm weak. Don't say that I'm soft. Okay? Because that's when you get it. When you're weak and when you're soft. And when you're soft and weak, you cannot decide. So talk to somebody stronger than you. And talk to a person that you can trust. Okay? That you can trust. Even, I know it's hard to trust people, but there is good people as well as there is bad. Because in this world there is worst, bad, and good. God bless you. Tony from Australia. God bless you from my heart. And please, don't let any man hit you for goodness sake. 1 chance is too many. God bless.